Our leaders could have just stopped this. All right. And you know what? I'm overthinking this. I'm being too idealistic. I'm wrong on this, actually. But I just want to speak from my heart. In theory, there was a possibility, however micro, would have been far better, in my opinion. This all could have been stopped. You know, and I get it. I get it. 75 years of madness. That's all coming down to this. But I think our politicians need to be called out because, listen, it's not just AIPAC that's owning our politicians that are allowing them to turn a blind eye, but it's a lot of other things. And so the people in the great state of Wisconsin called out one of their representatives. So maybe there's hope. Hope in the unseen. Hope in the unseen.
Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart?
Bring us home, Nancy.
I want to have you address the question that was shouted about the starving children in Gaza.
Israel has a right to defend itself. It's genocide! You believe in genocide?
I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed in how you represent us.
I don't think you're the right fit for us anymore. You just don't relate to most of the business anymore, and you got to know when to step down. I think it's time.
So here's a longer video of this. I just want to play this here.
People have a right of free speech.
What do you have to say about that, Bryan?
I have to say, shut up.
2 million.
Oh, so he told this guy to shut up.
I have to say, shut up.
2 million you have to say about that, Bryan.
I have to say, shut up.
2 million people.
Whoa.
Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? Show us your heart.
All right, we're a little bit over. I'm hoping we can take one more. So Nancy Frank from Elkhorn. Bring us home, Nancy.
I want to have you address the question that was shouted about the starving children in Gaza, but also
Let the woman get a question.
the hungry children in Wisconsin due to SNAP and food bank cuts.
To the first question that you asked, which relates to the challenges that we've seen between Hamas and Israel. To me, the easy answer to address this crisis is for Hamas to surrender and release the hostages. That ends the war tonight. Israel was unfairly, unjustly attacked. Their civilians were killed and kidnapped by Hamas terrorists. Israel has a right to defend itself.
Can you please let her hear her answer?
I never knew Ukraine.
The gentlewoman has a right to hear the answer.
It's genocide. You believe in genocide? Genocide.
Now, here's something I've been noticing too. You know, you're seeing people on the right and on the left calling out what's happening in Gaza, okay? I am at least a smile can come to my face knowing that people are still calling out these politicians, but I think the big mistake that was done in 2024 was assuming that and again, look, hey, interruption's key. I think the assumption that a lot of the activists, when they interrupted Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris or Biden events or AOC events, was thinking like they would have a change of heart. They only have a change of heart when the other team is in power. Okay. The real power has to come now, because I think the opportunity might have been lost. All right. Because Biden was never going to fix anything. Biden was never going to stop it. All right. The previous administration just never had it within itself to do the right thing. All right. The Biden-Harris administration allowed this to happen. And of course, Trump, I'm not expecting Trump to fix anything either. That is the issue with our two-party political system. They don't care. And the only way people can actually make an impact is by one, breaking away from both parties. You're not going to vote your way out of this. And we'll have to explain our actions to the dead, because what previously worked, the massive protests or anything else of that nature, it's going to have to be something far more. And it's going to take courage of a lot of Americans to actually realize that both parties are bought. Both parties are owned.
We may disagree with this, and that's fine.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming tonight.
So
We're going to close it off here because there's no point in continuing.
let me leave it like this. I just, as it relates to your question, I'm of the view that Israel has the right to defend itself, and the easy and simplest way to end this horrific war is for Hamas to surrender and release their hostages. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Doesn't mean that everyone fully agrees with me. I know there's a lot of people that agree with me. I thank you down here as well. And look forward to seeing everybody against everybody have an absolute wonderful night.
Feed the kids!
I'm going to make sure my mic's.
There's a little bit more. One more video I do want to play here.
Why are they wearing masks, and why are they unidentified?
We'll probably agree to disagree on some of my answer here. But what I view is the moral hazard created by the Biden administration by allowing the U.S.-Mexico border to remain insecure. And so, it's completely fine that we disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing on the topic. President Biden had a different view than I did on the importance of securing the U.S.-Mexico border. But as millions of illegal immigrants came into the United States and there's a lack of action by the federal government, you're now seeing that action take place with the removal particularly of individuals who are in the country illegally.
I am so disappointed in how you represent us as the citizens of Walworth County. Southeast Wisconsin has not been represented by you. President Trump seems to run Southeast Wisconsin through you. And all I have to ask is I will be out there working hard if you choose to run for any office.
I don't think you're the right fit for us anymore. I just think it's time to go. You just don't relate to most of us anymore, and you got to know when to step down. I think it's time.
Well, good. People are stepping up. People are speaking out. And look, I'm glad we are witnessing, at least at this point in time, that, you know, our politicians are starting to feel uncomfortable. You know, I just want to point this out here as well, especially for all the viewers out there. You know, this is an article from Common Dreams. Reporters Without Borders urges UN action after Israel massacres Gaza journalists. You know, there were about 7 Palestinian media professionals who were killed on Sunday. Technically, there were 7 altogether, but 7 altogether. The IDF is making a claim that Al Sharif was one of the most prominent, most prominent Palestinian journalists, was the head of a Hamas terrorist cell. Look, there have been around 200 plus media professionals killed in Gaza, unfortunately. And this isn't the first time we've seen journalists pass away in this nature. But for everyone that is watching this story, that is hearing this story, we have to remember that we are at a point in time where this is in front of our screens 24/7. Accountability now. That's what we need. Accountability.